Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Vincent Gassa. Welcome to Ponder once more. Today, we're going to be examining a quote by Alphonse Ikema, and the quote goes thus: "At some point in life, we must learn to put aside worry in order to share in glory, and this entails letting go of the rest in order to acquire the best." I'll take it again. At some point in life, we must learn to put aside every worry in order to share in glory, and this entails letting go of the rest in order to acquire the best. Now, I believe it's cliched already that worry does not help us progress. Worry does not help change a situation. There's no need to cry over spilt milk. When milk has been spilled, the next thing that is to be done is to clean up the spilled milk. So, worrying over this spilled milk to begin with will not bring the milk back. And I'd like us to look at an example from scriptures. For those who are Christians, I think you will understand this. When King David had his first son from Bathsheba, the son was quite sick and he was dying actually. And during this period, King David prayed so much, fasted, he couldn't eat, and he didn't eat and remained in sackcloth. But immediately the son died and he received the news. He went, took his bath, changed his clothes, and started eating again. And people were surprised. They asked him, "But when your son was alive, you were seemingly mourning. Now he's dead, and you're eating. What's happening?" And he responded to them, telling them that the son is dead and cannot be brought back from the dead. So there's no point crying and mourning. Now, the second perspective I'd like us to look at this from is that worrying generally prevents us from giving thought clear or from thinking clearly about how to come out of a situation. When you worry about a situation so much and ponder upon it so much, you don't have room in the brain, room in your mind to think of new ways of how to come out of that situation. In effect, we cannot take the bull by the horns when we worry. And then the third perspective I would like us to look at this quote from is the health perspective. I believe everybody is concerned about health. And yes, worry plays a role in making us sick. And for those who know this, you know that worry in itself is some sort of stress on the body. And stress, chronic stress, predisposes one to getting peptic ulcer disease. And of course, with a lot of stress, it can increase your blood pressure. And also, in those who are susceptible, it can lead to strokes and even myocardial infarctions. I wouldn't want to get into the details of how this can be happening or this is possible. I believe that we can just go to the internet and then Google these things out and then check upon these things. So stress is not good health-wise. So even before speaking about the moral aspect of it, the spiritual aspect of it, we know that these physical side effects are not the best. So it is not necessary to worry. When something comes, it is human that, of course, we have to be worried. But then we shouldn't brood over things for too long unnecessarily, because it will prevent us from thinking out clearly about ways by which we can actually reverse the situation. And thus, it can actually even lead us to making the wrong decisions. So, truly, at some point in life, we must have to let go of every worry in order to share in glory. And this entails letting go of the rest in order to acquire the best. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. See you next time on Ponder.